Hi, so last time when I recorded my video for the model converter and model viewer, I actually forgot to cover the code section of the converter for some reason. So I am doing my model converter and the model viewer video again. So I'm gonna start with the converter code first. I guess I should put it on if I go to start with that time. Should I put it on? Wasting some video minutes, I guess. Uh, anyway, so when I go in here, there not edge display mesh.cxx and so what I have done here is first of all I'll just briefly talk about the normals. There are two different sort of normals. There is one in an FBX, there is one mapped by the control point and the other one is mapped by polygon vertex. So this took a bit of time because different models use different. There is a third type as well, although I have not encountered such a model. So anyway, this is my loop to actually extract the normal data here, and other data like the vertex and the vertex information and the UV mapping is being extracted as well and being fed into these vectors I have made. I've been using vector in here because the performance doesn't matter as much. It's being done offline, although I can optimize it, but it's not the top priority. It's not the real time. It's not going to be run in real time, this application anyway. So I have these vectors here, and this is my code. I'll come to this later. And in the main, I extract various data for and like sort the data so that I can remove some duplicate vertices and stuff like that. And uh, then at the end of the day, I have all my data in VBO and all my triangles in VBO triangle. And then what I do is I take in a file name and I take in a texture name and I go to work with my archiver. So in here, in the archiver, this is a method generate bin file. So this like generates a bin file .azul, and it'll first read the vertex data, the XYZ, SD, and XSD is like just unnormalized UV, and X and Y and Z reads the triangle, copies it into a file, and then I start with my vodka and my Liu. Now these two things are actually, if I can go back here, there's Liu and vodka. These two are basically executables that I can feed data into, and uh, they will like vodka words. This will make a chunk of data, and it will have all the XYZ, SD, and normals in there. And uh, not only that, it even carries within it the triangle list. It's basically this modify info header, which will, no, sorry, not the modify info, it's the FBX Uh, there is this, there is this, the data is laid out basically in these structures in here. So I copy that data, write it into a file. This archiver goes to work. I have written this archiver separately. I just feed it the like feed it the data using some string catenation and uh, different string copy method in some places. Just basically format the string in a certain way the program actually needs it. Programmatically, I do this. So you can basically send in any file in this application and FBX file, and it'll convert it into the format that my own engine reads. So anyway, on with the actual converter. So I have basically created a batch file here, which you can see is it's like put my path here. If you want to run it into a different directory, just put the path here, and that's it. And then you specify the name of the program itself, which is ModelConverter, and then you put the FBX that you want to convert and the TGA you want to associate with that FBX as well. So if you don't put the TGA, it won't just pack the TGA and the FBX. So anyway, I have the TGAs. One restriction is the TGA and the FBX is like has to be named similarly. That's because I have it's just more busy work, it seems like, and from what I know, the artists, uh, it's the application is very artist dependent. And anyway, I'm digressing a bit. I'm just gonna run this uh, program, and what this will do is generate SPU file for everything. So Space Frigate is already here, ready. PCS Robo I just pop in here, and Buggy and Warbear will pop in here anytime as well, hopefully. Yeah, we got our 5 files, and now I'm just gonna go to the viewer itself. I'm not gonna paste it yet in the viewer because I'm going to actually show you my code first. This is where I actually read from these files, and right now I've deleted these files, so I'm just gonna run this once and show you that how horribly this thing will crash, because I'm actually trying to load the file which is not even present in the directory right now. And while it runs and throws error, which is right now, I'm just gonna show you, like, I have the same model info as I had in my converter itself. It's the same thing. It's how models are laid out, and I read them through my custom model .cpp. No, not .h. That doesn't have the real code. I read these models and I use this eat function. There is the package header and chunk header, which is required for my archiver as well. So the eat function actually reads the data through the archive that I packed it in because I made the archiver. So anyway, I extract the vertices data, texture data here in these functions. This is for texture. This eat here, above here, in this up function above, it's for texture. The eat here, I'm eating. It's kind of lost. Eat here. This just like takes the words and then I just scoot over in pointer land and go and read the triangle as well after the words. Anyway, so the thing crashed. I'm gonna go in the viewer, go in the source directory, and paste all the files that I made there. And I'm gonna go to the converter again. No, sorry, the converter viewer. I'm gonna start this application, and you'll see I have a few models. The above line uses a flat texture shader, which is texture without lighting, and the bottom one uses texture light, which is a shader with diffused lighting. Not the other two components just yet, but I came very far with this. Anyway, if I press T, this will toggle off the bounding boxes of the camera, and I have bounding boxes around all the models, not all the models, these 3 models for now. And so this is for collision detection. So I have 4 cameras, 0, 1, 2, 3. I press 0, which is this camera. 1, this is the side view, and you will see the model bounding boxes turn red and green as they go in and out of the frustum respectively. That's because I am kind of trying to demo that I can actually detect when a model is out of the frustum and can actually cull, can actually manipulate the models. Of course, I can cull anything that is outside my frustum. The third view, this is the top view to show like the top one does the culling as well, because in this view it just seems, no, you can see it in this view. This is for the side view as well. No, actually this is for the side view. Yeah, this is like a top view, which will show you that when the model that is moving to the side from right and left gets culled. So O is for on, T is O is for off, T is for turning on the bounding boxes. And just one last thing, if I press 0, the bottom rightmost there, I can actually swap textures on this. So if I press W, it's the warbear texture. If I press S, it's the snow polar bear texture. So this is what I've done in my model viewer and converter till now. Thanks a lot for watching.